Okay, this is question 15 on the 2018 additional maths paper from WJC. And we have this question on the axes below. Sketch the graph of y equals 6 cos x for values of x from 0 to 360. Now, you either know what this is and understand that 6 is going to stretch everything vertically by a factor of 6, so all the y values are going to get multiplied by 6. Or you work out the 6 cos of 0, 6 cos of 90, 6 cos of 180, 6 cos of 270 is 6 cos of 360. Either way will work. Whatever happens, you end up with a cos graph. Try to fill this in the right place. There we go. It'll look a bit like that. But when you work this out, it doesn't go through 1 anymore. It goes through 6. So if you'd work out cos of 0 is actually 1. So 6 times cos of 0 is 6 times 1. And it will come down to, down the bottom here, as negative 6 to be the lowest possible value. Okay, then we want to find all the solutions of this 6 cos x. Now 6 cos x is this curve that I just drawn, equals negative 1. So what we're going to do is draw a line across at negative 1. Now we can't be precise because this is a sketch, but we can be roughly correct. So negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. I'm going to say about by there. And I'm going to draw a horizontal line going across. Let's just turn it into a dashed line. Okay, and what happens is we have 2 possible solutions. We have one there with a line and a curve cross, and another one with a line and a curve cross. So the first one there, and the second one there. So the first one is a little bit more than 90. Second one is a little bit less than 270. But because of the nature of the symmetry of the curve, this gap here is the same as that gap there, which is going to help us find our solutions. So if we look at the equation, we've got 6 cos x equals negative 1. Well, I can change that as cos x equals negative 1/6. Now, what I can do is find the inverse cos of this. This would give me one solution. Now, there are an infinite number of solutions, but your calculator can't hold an infinite number of solutions. It can only hold one. So if I do inverse cos of negative 1/6, that gives me 99.6 degrees. Now, if we look back at our possible solutions, we had this one there that was just above 90. So this one here is 99.6 degrees. Now what that means is if I know that this gap and this gap here are the same, and I know that this value by here is 99.6, that automatically tells me the size of this gap is 9.6, because it's 9.6 more than the 90 to get to the 99.6. That also tells me that this gap in here, this yellow gap, is also going to be 9.6, but it's 9.6 less than 270. So my other solution could be 270 minus this 9.6. And if we work that out, that's going to give us 260.4 degrees. And those are our two solutions. Now, if this graph continued, if the line continued, you could see there'd be another solution there, and there'd be an infinite number of solutions. But from 0 to 360, so between 0 and 360, this line only cuts in 2 places. So that's what our solutions are.